indicate who your question is directed towards. Thank you. And we'll get started with Paul Friesen from the Winnipeg Sun. Go ahead, Paul.
Hey, thank you, Gregor. Hey, guys. For Pierre-Luc Dubois, welcome back. Now that it's behind you, can you take us through the injury and what it's been like to sit out the last little while?
Yeah, well, not playing is never. I mean, we're hockey players. We want to play. It's never easy, not being in lineup, not practicing with the team. But it's stuff that happens. I worked with the training staff. I tried to get as ready as possible for when that day would come, and finally we're here. So I'm really excited to be back.
We'll go next to Ken Weeb from Sportsnet. Go ahead, Weaver.
Thanks, Gregor. Morning, guys. For Pierre-Luc as well, do you feel 100% healthy, and what's it like to jump into the series at this point?
Yeah, I'm ready to go. Watching the last game was fun to see the guys win, but it's never fun being in the stands and not being out there and playing with the guys. I'm 100% ready to go. Really excited for tonight.
Go next to Mike McIntyre from the Winnipeg Free Press. Go ahead, Mike.
Thanks, Gregor. Morning, Pierre-Luc. I don't know how much you want to share with us, but can you just take us through sort of what happened to knock you out of the lineup there for a few games?
No, I don't want to go really into detail about what happened. But fortunately, it wasn't anything too serious. It's only been a week or so. So, I haven't been out of the lineup for too long, which is good. I hope it's not gonna be too bad to get back into things. But I'm ready to go right now.
We'll go back to Mike for a follow-up. Go ahead.
And Pierre-Luc, is that one of those games where, you had to play it, it's on the schedule, and the main goal, I assume, for everybody was just to get out of it healthy, and you guys had a couple sort of scares that game. Is that sort of the worst case scenario, but maybe a bit of a bullet dodged?
It depends how you see it. I this year with playing less games, it's not like, guys played 82 and you're a bit tired. Yeah, we've had a condensed schedule, but it's only still 56 games. I missed games. I was injured. To me, even if it was meaningless in terms of the standings, I looked at it as another game to get ready for the playoffs. I don't think it's a switch you turn on. I think it's how you prepare before. And, obviously you never want to get injured throughout the season, but the last game of this season going into the playoffs, not much worse timing than that. But it was only a week, and now I'm back.
We'll go next to Ted Wyman from the Sun. Go ahead, Ted.
Bring Adam into this. Adam, obviously a very scary incident in Toronto last night involving John Tavares. What are your thoughts on what you saw there?
Yeah, it's just a freak accident. I think you see the play, and anytime you see a guy getting stretchered off, you're hoping for the best, that it's precautionary and it's not as serious as it looks. But it's a scary play. So I'm hoping that Tavares is all right. You never want to see anyone go down like that.
We'll go next to Paul Friesen from the Sun. Go ahead, Paul.
Back to Pierre-Luc. Last summer, I guess it was, you showed that maybe this is your time of year, playoffs I'm talking about. What happened to your game then, and what is it about this time of year that can bring that out of you?
I love a good challenge. I love competing. I love, going out there, and, it's every game's important throughout the regular season, but playoffs, it's magnified. Everything's magnified. And, in my first year, my second year, even last year, there's just something about this time of year that every shift, every battle, every shot, every stick on puck, whatever you want, it's important. And it's just, like I said, I think competitors, when it comes playoff time, it's sort of kill or be killed out there. And, it makes it even more exciting.
I'll go back to Paul for a follow-up. Go ahead.
Just wondering, do you prepare differently then or no?
Not necessarily. Last year, for example, I just went out there and played. I had fun. I competed. I did the best I could. I think it's the same throughout the regular season. You just go out there and prepare to play your best. And like I said, in the playoffs, the margin of error is even smaller. Details are even more important. The game's even less open. And you see the goals that are being scored right now. They're all in front of the net. They're all around the net. It's all, a lot of it's almost like choppy. But that's playoff hockey, and that's the time of year that I like the most, to be honest.
Go next to Ken Weeb from Sportsnet. Go ahead, Weaver.
Thanks, Gregor. For Adam, please. Obviously, game one went well. What areas of your game do you think can improve on the team side, and how does the dynamic change with the Oilers going McDavid and Draisaitl together? Yes, they did a little bit the last game, but looks like they'll start that way tonight.
The first part, I think, just a little sharper. The execution, obviously you saw second period they got in on the forecheck, and we got a little spread out, so it's just close puck support. I think moving the puck through the neutral zone is 5. That's going to be something that is important for us, and kind of just continue what we're doing, just getting above pucks, and really just limiting the transition chances, making smart puck decisions, and then you add 2 of the best players and you put them on the ice together. You got to be aware where they both are at all times. I think we know the success they've had together. We know the success that they've had individually. Now it's about limiting those chances, trying to force the puck out of their hands, trying to force plays to be made a little quicker than they want, and just eliminating their time space. They kind of hurt you in different ways, but it's about defending them hard, playing them hard like we have been, and kind of just continuing that. And if you can force a couple shifts where those guys have to spend the whole time in the D zone, it bodes well for your chances.
Just a couple more for the guys. We'll go back to Ted Wyman from the Sun. Go ahead, Ted.
Thanks. Pierre-Luc, I'm just curious, does it make you feel vulnerable when you see something happen like what happened to Tavares last night as a player?
I mean, it's part of hockey. I mean, you never want to see it happen. You never want it to happen to yourself, obviously, and you never want to see it happening to anybody on your team or on any other team. It's like Lyle said, it's a freak accident. It's something that happens so fast that nobody can prepare for it. Nobody can try to avoid. It's scary, but you try not to think about it. I think in any sport, you have some sort of danger to it, and you try to not think about it too much, so it doesn't really affect your game, or it doesn't affect decision making.
And final question to Patrick Henry from Radio Canada. Go ahead, Patrick.
Pierre-Luc, peux-tu nous dire comment tu te sens aujourd'hui et comment tu as vécu la dernière semaine, là, rater le premier match de série, c'est quelque chose qu'on n'aime pas, donc.
You're good.
Comment tu te sens aujourd'hui, Pierre-Luc?
Ouais, je me sens bien, je suis prêt. J'étais chanceux, ça n'a pas été trop long pour que je revienne au jeu, donc j'ai juste raté un match. C'est sûr, comme tu as dit, rater un match de série, c'est pas quelque chose que tu veux. Mais j'étais chanceux. Comme j'ai dit, j'ai pu pratiquer. J'ai fait une couple de pratiques avec l'équipe. Je me sens prêt mentalement, je me sens prêt physiquement. Les séries, c'est le moment le plus le fun de l'année. Donc, je suis vraiment excité de revenir ce soir dans l'alignement.
I'll go back to Patrick for a follow-up. Go ahead, Patrick.
Pierre-Luc, toute la saison, vous avez eu beaucoup de difficultés à contenir McDavid et Draisaitl, mais l'équipe a réussi à le faire lors du premier match. T'as confiance que ça va être encore comme ça ce soir avec ton ajout dans la formation aussi? C'est quand même tout un défi, là.
Ouais, comme tu as dit, c'est tout un défi. C'est 2 des meilleurs joueurs de la Ligue nationale. C'est 2 premiers pointeurs de la Ligue nationale. 2 joueurs très dangereux à n'importe quel moment sur la glace, même dans leur zone défensive. C'est jamais facile de les arrêter, surtout quand les 2 sont ensemble sur le même trio. Mais on en a parlé avec les séries commencent de qu'est-ce qu'on peut faire, qu'est-ce qu'on doit faire. On l'a bien fait le premier match. Là, on veut juste continuer de le faire le prochain match puis le reste de la série.
Thanks very much, guys.